Welcome to Saturday morning live stream Vinyasa Yoga. Thank you for joining, everyone. Have a mat at your disposal. You may also want some form of cloth to stretch with. And a towel or a folded blanket. It's good for sitting on, and it can be useful for certain back bend techniques as well. Make sure you have all your things, your mat, these items I've mentioned, any other props that you know how to use. I'm not teaching that much prop specific stuff, but if you have a lot of props and you know how to implement them, please feel free. Grab what you need, maybe hydrate, use the restroom quickly. And when you're ready, today we'll begin in standing. Have the feet parallel and open the toes. The feet can be under the hips or slightly wider for a nice solid base. Stand tall through the spine, draw into the core, feel openness of the chest, and take a deep breath. Continue deep breath. And work on exhaling slowly. Inhale to really expand. Exhale to let go. Stay with the breath as we warm up gradually. Let's go ahead and lift the chest as we tuck the chin and slowly roll the neck around. Just side to side, not taking the head back, just going side to side. And when you're ready, bring the head back to center. Renew the lift of the chest, renew the lift of the spine, lengthen up through it. And go ahead and paint the house. Fingers down, arms up. And then push through the palms, glide down. And again, fingers down, arms up. And push through the palms, glide down. Repeating, nice fluid motions. Two more. Breathe as you flow. So smooth. And arms relaxed. Let's go ahead and roll the shoulders a few times. Both directions. And then rolling out the wrists. Both directions. And let's do a little pat down for the body. Work down one arm. And do the inner and outer arm as well. Rubbing the wrist and the elbow. And the shoulder. And switch sides. Patting down the arm. Do the outer arm and inner arm. And rubbing the wrist. Elbow. And the shoulder. Then patting down the torso. Down the hips and thighs. Inner legs. Outer legs. Backs of the legs. Glutes. Low back. Then you can swing to get the mid back. And then patting the shoulder blade, trapezius, shoulder tip. Other side. And go ahead and shake out the hands a little bit. Very good. We'll do some half sun salutes. Inhale, arms up. Draw into the core. Exhale, touch down. Bring the back into a flat position. Stand up. And let's repeat that flow. Smooth breath. And continuing the flow. Hands down. Walk the feet apart. Downward dog. Head down, hips high. Deep breath. And knees down. Child's pose. Just rest. Continue deep breath. Breathing very full. And exhaling slowly. Feel the spine stretch more with the breath. Feel the body relax even more with the long, slow exhale. Remember, as we start to add vigorousness to the flow, you can always come back here. You can always rest. Do so anytime you need, so you can stay with the breath. Let's come back to downward dog. And bend the knees on the floor. Come back to downward dog. And do that a couple more times. Continuing the flow, using the core to gradually move the knees down and back up. Stay lifted out of the shoulders, getting that nice space in the shoulder joint. And then eventually bringing the hands back to the knees, straightening the legs, folding the arms into each other, and letting the head hang down. And come on up. And lift the arms and draw into the core. Arms relax. And inhale, arms up. Exhale, plank position. And go ahead and put the knees down and lower all the way. Inhale, easy cobra. Lift a little bit, lift the hands a little bit. Exhale, release. Inhale, easy cobra. Lift and lift the hands. And exhale, lower. Use the core to lift and push back into the legs. Dog stretch. Walk or lightly hop up. Feet to hands. Lift the chest and then fold over the legs. And straight back lift. Arms come up. And arms relax. Inhale again. Sun salutation, hands down, plank. And knees down, lower. And inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. And if you'd like, bring the hands lower, take upward dog. And draw into the core, downward dog. Deep breath. Walk or lightly hop up. Half lift. And full fold. Straight back lift. Rise on up. Arms up. Arms relax. And inhale, arms lift. Exhale. Fold over the legs. Walk the feet back. Plank position. Knees down and lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Bring the hands further back. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Deep breath. And walk or lightly hop up. Feet to hands, half lift. Fold down. Straight back lift. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, arms relax. Again, upward salute, plank pose. Hover chaturanga or do hands and knees. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Deep breath. And walk or lightly hop up. Half lift to fold. Straight back lift. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Maintain hands to heart, take chair pose. And either stay in hands to heart or extend the arms. If the knees don't feel good, you don't have to sit very low. Exhale, downward dog. Deep breath. And knees on the ground. Let's go ahead and turn to the side and then walk or lightly hop the feet apart. And bend the right knee once. Then come back to center. Bend the left knee. Come back to center. Draw into the core. Stand on up. And open up the right foot and the arms. Turn the back foot in. Take warrior two. Relax. And switch sides. Back foot in. Open up that left foot. Warrior two. Keep the knee open. The hips level. Arms up. Deep breath. And arms and legs relax. Center and hinge down. Again, bend the right knee once, bend the left. Now make a spin to the right foot, runner's pose, and work on lifting the chest. Then make a spin back to center and bend the left knee once, then the right. And make a spin to the other leg, runner's pose, chest high, long spine. And then make a spin back to the middle and take the left hand under the right chest and twist. And then the right hand under the left chest and twist. Come on down, bend the knees and rise on up. Bring the feet a little closer and then open the toes and take a horse stance. Stand to relax the muscles and move to warm up deeper into the joints. A couple more movements, breathing steadily. And then bending the knees. Use the hands to help the knees widen. Glutes down, abs in, and then arms lift, and you go really low into it. Then come on up and relax the arms and legs. Slowly bring the feet closer together and stand back to the top of the mat. Feet parallel. Chair pose. Exhale. Plank pose. Hover, chaturanga. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Deep breath. Yeah, knees down. Let's go ahead and extend the right leg. Just lift as high as the hip. Lift the left arm. Switch sides. And then dog stretch. Walk or lightly hop up. And fold deeper over the legs. Chair pose. Standing pose. One more time, chair pose. Standing pose. Next is tree pose. You can do the leprechaun, you see, like this. Or you can have tree with the foot on the calf. Or you can have tree with the foot high in the thigh, pushing the heel into the muscle, opening the knee, opening the hip, and having the arms either on the hips, lifted or overhead, drawing into the core. And let's go ahead and switch the sides. Remember the easy option, the toes on the floor. I call this the leprechaun. Top of the morning to you. All right, you can do like this, or you can go higher. Okay, hip back, knee open. Option here, here, or like this. Yes, good. Breathe and have a steady gaze. And let it all relax. Have the feet a little bit on the wide side. Take a couple of squats. If the knees don't feel good, just go a little bit down. Put weight in the heels though. You can go further down, halfway or all the way, so long as you have weight in the heels. Less pressure on the knees, more work into the glutes. Breathe. 2 more. Good. Let's go ahead and face forward. Inhale. Upward salute. Exhale. Plank position. Take the right knee to the right arm. Come back and do the other side. Bring the knee to the chest. And then the left. Bring the right knee across. And then the left. Knees down. Elbows down. And walk the legs way back and work the hips low, tuck the tailbone. And go ahead and take the Sphinx. Deep breath. And come on down. And use the core and lift. And push back into the legs. Dog stretch. Either stay here, or if you'd like, add up dog back to down dog. And knees on the floor. Go ahead and turn to the side again and walk or hop the feet apart. Hold the ground or the legs. If you have blocks, you can hold blocks or use the fingertips to have extra height. So you're not slouching, rounding the back too much. You want to lengthen spine and really good quality breath. And draw into the core and stand on up. Open the right foot. Turn the back foot up. Next is triangle pose. You don't have to reach super low. See how I'm demoing? Lifting fairly high is good. You can reach to the floor or the ankle if you can align the body with the legs. So right now my chest is open and my shoulders are in line with the hips. If you were reaching low but then your body's going forward, it's not so effective, and in fact it's bad for you. So try and align with the core. Look up if you can, look down if you need, and do breathe deep above all else. And come on up and switch, have the back foot facing in. Really work on opening that left foot, spread the toes, and take triangle. Remember, you can do just a very slight amount of triangle. You can go a little bit further if your chest is collapsing. Don't reach too low, but do a line. Eventually you can reach lower and really work the shoulders open, the chest open, abdomen in, hips back. Breathe. Use the core, glide on up, and then opening the right foot, turn the back foot up, warrior two. Relaxed warrior, hands clasp. Exalted warrior, arms lift. Warrior two, and then spin down, runner's pose. Right hand on the thigh, runner's twist, twisting to the right. And come on back to center. Glide back up to warrior two. Switch sides. Turn the back foot up a little bit. Take warrior two. Relaxed warrior. Exalted warrior. Arms relax. Glide down. Runner's stretch. Work on lifting the chest. Have the hand on the hip and twist to the left And breathe deep. And come on down. And switch back to the center. Have the left hand under the right side of the chest. Left arm down, right arm up. And then right arm down. Under the left side of the chest, twist. And come back to center. Bend the knees. And come on up. Bring the feet closer together. Open the toes. And bend the knees and have the knees above the ankles. Glutes down, abs in, and if you'd like, you can have the arms up. Go really low into it, breathe. And come on up. Center the feet, and let's come back to the top of the mat. But this time have the feet together and the hands to heart. Bend the knees as low as you can. If the knees hurt, you can modify. You don't have to bend low, but if you can do the full twist, bending the knees really low and twisting to one side with the elbow hook is nice. Having a nice long spine, deep breath, and then switch sides. Come back to center, hands down, and walk the feet back. Downward dog. Either stay here or take plank with the option of chaturanga or hands and knees. Cobra or up dog. And back to downward dog. Deep breath. Slow exhale. And knees down. Let's go ahead and put the right elbow down and take elbow plank on the side, left arm up. Strong feet. Switch sides. Elbow plank, strong feet. Push into the legs to use the strength of the hips to lift. And come on down. And next is dolphin pose. Hips high, lifting out of the shoulders. And let's go ahead and take child's pose. And go ahead and take a comfortable seat and take a nice twist to the right. Come back to center, other side. Come back to center, right leg steps up. Lengthen the back leg, rotated raised runner.
Come on down. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, back to rotated raised runner. And then take a vinyasa, or just go right to down dog. Otherwise, adding in the upward dog, downward dog. Deep breath. Child's pose. Come on up to sitting or kneeling. And a big step up with the left foot. Lengthen the back leg, rotated raised runner. Deep breath. Exhale, come on down. And glide up to crescent. Hold the thigh if you need balance, otherwise arms up. Sit nice and low into it so the legs are very active and strong. Breathe. Exhale, hands down. Right arm down, left arm up. Second round, rotated raised runner. Exhale. Vinyasa flow. You can just go right to down dog, otherwise work through a cobra or an up dog, back to down dog. Deep breath. Next, we're going to do a little hop to crow squat, or just walk. If you can't do the squat, then go ahead and do a seated pose, or if you can't do the squat and you can do the crow, then you can be higher. And you can put the hands down and lower for a perch. I'm going to tame my hair a little bit with the backwards hat, so I'm not distracted in my crow. We'll call this the bro crow. All right, hands down. You want to press through the fingertips. You can just do crow on the tiptoes. Otherwise, bring the feet up, and we're crowing. Squeeze the core and have a steady gaze. Come on down. Wave out the wrists a few times, and then sit down. So if your crow's not yet there, you may think it's your arm strength, but it's likely your core, maybe a mix of both. Let's work on the core without taxing the wrist. We'll do easy Navasana. Keep the knees bent or extend the legs partway or more fully. Lift the chest, knees high, chest high. And then feet come down. Pull on the shins, lift the chest more. And second round, Navasana. Low Navasana, just hovering. And then completely release. And now let's do the reclined crow. You bring the knees in, flex the hands, feet together, knees come deep in toward the armpits. This will help you learn the shape and the ab strength without fear of falling or hurting the wrists. So do this a little bit each day if you want to get better at crow. And then relax and take Shavasana. It's not our final Shavasana, just a few breaths here to rest and enjoy breath and blood flow. Knees to chest, and rock on up. And we're going to go ahead and take our cloth and do a nice shoulder stretch. So sit comfortably, cross-legged, or any way that's comfortable. You want a long cloth if your chest is tight, so you can have it long, or when you become more flexible, you can double it up and go back a little bit, forward, and then maybe adding a little bit more depth each movement as we enjoy side to side. Next time you go back, let's go ahead and hold. Deep breath. And release. And go ahead and take downward dog. And enjoy that nice extra freedom in the chest and the shoulders. Lifting the hips high and breathing very deep. And next we'll put the knees down and take the elbows down and walk the legs way back. Very long position for elbow plank, and firm the legs and tuck the glutes. Sphinx, letting the chest stretch and breathing deep. And we'll go ahead and come on down. And now take a cobra. See how that feels. Nice deep stretch, deep breath. Reach back through the feet. Keep the arms a little bit bent. Try and stretch in the chest. And keep the shoulders a little bit back and down. And come on down. And use the core and lift. And take your blanket or your folded towel, and we're going to put that under the stomach. Under the low belly and the upper thighs, take a cobra and see how that feels. It may feel much better. You can go deeper. Maybe you prefer without the prop, but the prop is good for people who feel too much compression in their low back. You want to feel the stretch to the mid back as well, and that will help you to get into the chest. Because truly it's a chest opening stretch if you cannot get too stuck in your low back. Remember to breathe. If you can't learn anything but the breath, then remember that's the most important thing. The mind only absorbs so much on a given day. That's why you need to keep practicing regularly. And we'll come on down. Use the core and lift. Downward dog. And we're going to switch to laying down. So, legs come out from underneath. Scoot on up. Let's roll onto the back. Knees to chest. Take a light knees to chest so your low back is just neutral. And then feet to ground. Tuck the heels in. Keep the feet parallel and the thighs and hips and feet all about the same width. And inhale, bridge. Lift a little bit if your back's tender. Lift deep if it feels good. Open up in the chest. Keep the knees hugging in a little. Breathe. And come on down. If you keep the feet parallel, it is okay to have them be a little bit wider. Likewise with the hands being a little bit wider for the wheel. You can do another bridge, or if you like, bring the hands kind of near the shoulders, but not quite so low, and take a wheel. And you can do 2 or 3 wheels, or just one long bridge, depending on what your needs are, how your back feels. In the wheel, you may want your heels lifted. It's easier on the low back, not as good for balancing, but it definitely takes compression out of the low back. If your shoulders are really tight, have your hands a little on the wide side. Take your wheel when ready. Enjoy going deep into it. Breathe. And then come on down and move the feet wide and bend the knees in for a nice rest pose for your back. And bring the feet closer together. And take the knees to chest, just lightly. Let's go ahead and rock on up and switch to the hands and the knees. Extend the right leg back, just lift hip level, lift the left arm, and hold. Lifting the abs, breathing deep. Other side. And we'll all take a downward dog. And step the right foot up halfway and take scissors stretch. Rest the neck, soften the shoulders, take deep, deep breath. Switch legs, stretch, and breathe. And downward dog. Head down, hips high. Push into the hands. Lift out of the shoulders. Let's go ahead and switch to kneeling and take a seated position. We're going to do a straddle sequence. So if your heels hurt on the wood or you just don't have that much space, you can turn sideways and then your feet can be on the mat. I need to back up if you're not super flexible yet. Keyword is yet. You'll get there if you keep training. You can take a nice straddle. You can use the fingers on the ground and work on sitting up really tall. And then optionally lifting the arms and eventually hands together. But you can be more relaxed if the neck or shoulders are sore. Work on rolling the thighs back to really open up in the femurs and the hips. And then stretch to one leg. If you can't reach the foot, just hold the leg and enjoy. And then stretch to the other leg. Deep breath. And come on up. Now let's take a big side bend to that first leg. Keep the chest open. And eventually the arm on the floor can go to the inside. You might be able to reach the foot, but if it's collapsing the chest, don't worry about that. Only do that if you can really open and breathe. And other side. Start lightly, eventually go deeper. Stay with the breath. Come on up. And go ahead and stretch forward now. A little bit at first, and eventually going further, but not rounding too much, rolling the thighs back and reaching the heart forward, softening the neck and shoulders. And let's go ahead and come on up. And gradually bring the legs closer to each other. We'll lift the arms and work on the muscle tone of the back and the openness and strength of the shoulders. Really work on lifting the chest, but gliding the shoulder heads down just a tad. Breathing. Have the feet a little bit active. Open the toes. And reach forward through the chest. And holding the feet. Head relaxes down. Neutral neck. Breathe. And release the forward bend. Let's go ahead and scoot on up. And lower onto the back. Cross the legs and take Supta Sukhasana, reclined easy seat. You can stretch a little bit more through the thighs and open up in the hips. If you feel a crunch in your back, put your blanket under your feet. Arrange your arms in a way that feels really good for you and breathe deep. And switch legs. And breathe deep. Go ahead and lift the knees to chest. Legs to the left, upper body twist to the right. Shoulders grounded, deep breath. And other side. And when you feel nice and complete, release into your Shavasana. You can put your blanket under your knees or cover the body for warmth if you need. Rest, soften the breath, and take this time just to let go. Let's go ahead and deepen the breath. Gradually come back to knees to chest and take a closing seat. We'll do a clearing breath and then 3 ohms. Breathe in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. And then inhaling for Om. Namaste. Thank you very much, everyone. Classes are for donations, so thank you for your contribution if you're able to give one. And if not, then just share with your friends and keep training regardless. There's links in the descriptions. If you're new to this channel on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me and my family out a lot. I'll continue with content. If you're local to Santa Cruz, check out Winkle Farm Park for Hatha Yoga on Sunday at 10 a.m. And that is also donation-based. And if you like fitness classes, I'm doing core conditioning at the same park, Winkle Farm Park, Monday and Wednesday night at 6 p.m. So keep training, keep taking care of yourself, hydrate, eat good foods, sleep, and I will see you again soon. Goodbye, YouTube.